So I am just working on some kits for an upcoming community sew along that we're doing for a quilt project. It's the flower branch embroidery quilt, and there's a lot of fabric that needs cutting, so I'm just standing here measuring and cutting fabric. So I thought I would just take a minute to say hi and maybe properly introduce myself. I'm Karen. I am here at the Workroom in Sprucedale. The Workroom is a fabric shop, community space, sewing school that I opened in 2007, way back when. But I opened the shop in Parkdale on Queen Street West. And we were on Queen Street West for about 16 years, first at 1340, and then we jumped across the street to 1267, and we had a really lovely time in Parkdale. But then, well, the pandemic hit and things got a little bit tricky for us to maintain our very huge Parkdale space after not being able to do workshops and have our proper store for about 2 years. So I decided to try to figure out another way to keep the shop open rather than closing the shop, because, well, I probably should have closed the shop, to be honest, probably 3 or 4 years ago. But I really have not wanted to do that. I'm trying to keep going. And so one of my solutions was to move the shop outside of Toronto, and it ended up being to this very remote Northern Ontario location. And so Sprucedale is a very small town. There is not very much here. There is a post office, there is a gas station, and there is now a fabric store. So it's a very tiny town, but it is a very cute town. I really love it up here, and the beauty for me of being up here is that we have our own space. So I'm not renting anymore. We've got a beautiful historic general store where we are able to fulfill our online orders, and I'm able to do virtual classes, and we are also able to host weekend and week-long workshops and retreats, partnering with a local organic farm and company up here called Santosha Farms and Missing Link Adventure Tours. And they have a beautiful lodge where folks stay when they come up here, and they cook amazing meals for us, Rob and Julia, and I'm so grateful for the new direction that the Workroom is taking, and just the possibility of keeping the shop going. And so that's in a nutshell how we ended up here, and I hope we're able to keep going. I hope we're able to keep maintaining, but it is definitely, we're not out of the woods, so, to put it lightly. So I am just constantly working on ways to change, explore different ways that we can connect with folks and keep our community kept together, and figure out a way to just become a more, well, just really get back on track, because I feel like we got knocked down and we've never been able to recover. So it's something that I'm working on. Part of that, I think, is just exploring all of these different ways to connect, and this is one of them. So I just thought I would just take a minute to say hi. Thank you for spending time with me. I want to share a little bit more about life in Sprucedale, life at the Workroom, and what I'm doing to keep this very small, precious business to me open. And I am very thankful for everyone who supports us and who has been with us for this journey, and hopefully we just keep going for as long as we can. So that's it. I'm just going to keep cutting fabric, and I don't know that that's super interesting, but I think you'll be seeing a little bit more of that, because part of what I got to do is all of this stuff, and I might as well chat with you and tell you stories and talk about different things while I do it. So this is me getting started on doing that. Thank you so much for being here.